great good evening to everyone, wherever you are, however you may be listening, wherever you may be. Welcome to the Rewind Show with Ozo. Today, there's a little extra bounce to my voice, and it's because today is the birthday of a great man, someone who had the foresight of putting up the best radio show in all of Africa. He had a great vision and one that's been going really, really well. And I'm talking about Dr. Larry Izamoje. Happy birthday to the man who started Brila FM. And we know that every single person at Brila FM has been working as a family, and they welcomed me with great arms as well. And it's been a pleasure of mine working in this great radio station. So happy birthday, wishing him all the best, wishing him many more great things in life as well. So you're on the Rewind Show with Ozo, and you know every single day we have great topics for you and great questions that you could be able to relate with. And today we're just going with something simple. The question today is, have you ever experienced a turnaround of fortunes due to someone significant walking into your life? You know, sometimes we always hear the stories when people tell you that it's until they met their husband or their wife and then their life changed around. We always hear those type of stories. So you give us your own story. And the football story that's related to this one is Cesar Azpilicueta, who came out and saying that Thomas Tuchel has really given the club a new direction, giving the club new hope, giving the team something that they felt that they lacked under Frank Lampard. Now, my added question to that one is, do you think that Chelsea are just going through the whole new manager syndrome where they have the new bounce of having a new manager? Or do you think that Tuchel is going to be able to get the best out of this unit of players? Although, here's my own take. My own take is Chelsea have lots of players that are similar. I've talked about it for the longest time. They have many players I could call or see as number 10s or second strikers. And as a result of it, they lack that grit that the old Chelsea team had, that strength and power that Chelsea teams of old always had. And I think that's what's lacking in this team. Are they a talented bunch? Yes. But there's something that they really lack. They lack that physicality that you need to excel in the Premier League. And also, we're going to be asking two other questions. What do you think is happening at Liverpool? All the teams are playing the same number of games. Most of the teams, rather, are playing the same number of games. Do you think that Liverpool's situation now is down to lack of proper transfer dealings? Or do you think it's just simply down to injuries and them not being fortunate with the injury gods? Because in football, every time we talk about we want to repeat, we want to be able to go for the 2-peat or the 3-peat, whatever it is. But the one part we never try to look out for is injuries. And injuries are an inevitable part of sports. And do we think that that's what Liverpool are going through now? So we're going to go on a commercial break, and when we get back, we want you to give us your take on the two topics we've talked about.
Brilliant FM on 88.9. The station with attitude.
Enjoy all the action, fun, and excitement of the UEFA Champions League this season with a cold, refreshing bottle of Pepsi. Pepsi, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Pepsi, for the love of it.
Check it out, y'all.
Goal! And they've scored!
All right, that was pretty good.
Thriller FM, always on the ball.
Rewind with
Welcome back to the Rewind Show. Also, remember you can join us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Sports Radio, Brila FM, on Twitter, Brila FM 889, on Instagram, Brila FM 889, and on YouTube, Brila Sports TV. You can also dial in on the phone line 0700 07000008889, 070000008889. So call in and give us your take on our two topics. I hope everyone is having as much fun as I'm having today. And also, we're not just going to talk about Chelsea and Liverpool. Do you also think that City, back to our question from last week, do you also think that City have created an insurmountable lead that no one is going to be able to catch? And also remember that if you call in today and you challenge my sports knowledge, you're going to have an opportunity to be one of being the running for best caller of the month. The month is almost done, so this is actually your last opportunity. So calling and challenge my sports knowledge as well. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening. Who am I talking to? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening. I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me? Oh, I think we lost that one. Remember, you could also calling 0700000089. And when you're calling, please turn down the volume of your radio stations, of your radios as well. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, yeah, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
How are you on the Rowan Show with Ozo?
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, you're on the Rowan Show with Ozo. So who am I talking to?
My name is Aisha.
Hello, Aisha. How are you?
I'm good.
Aisha,
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. So, our theme for today, or our question theme for today is, has there been that one person or that one situation that one person that walked into your life and changed your life? And was getting this theme based off of what Cesar Spilicueta said, that the new manager that they have at Chelsea came in and was able to give the club the new bounce that they have and are able to progress and move forward. So is there that one person in your life or that one situation in your life that changed your life around for a positive situation as well?
Okay, with the Chelsea, do I talk about the Chelsea or one thing that's changed my life?
No, you can talk about Chelsea as well. I mean, it's a sports show. Why not?
Well, for me, I have 4 daughters. So I think that was one of the biggest things that has changed my life, having them all the time, seeing them all the time,
Yeah.
Before I had them, my life was I wasn't so happy, but having them was a miracle. So, with Chelsea, I don't know. The new manager is doing well. He's doing well. I think he can take them far.
Yeah.
He can take them far. But for Liverpool, I think maybe they're overstressed. Maybe that's why tired legs. They're not playing as they used to play before. I think they have good players, but just maybe stress or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. No, Kaishan, I do agree with you. I think Chelsea, they've really improved. I think sometimes people want them are expecting too much already. And the honest truth is, I always say in sports in general, you can't judge a manager who hasn't had like a proper preseason with this current squad that he has. So I think you can only judge Thomas Tuchel after he has had like one preseason with this current squad as well.
But for the Chelsea manager, you can see even on the field, the way he motivates players, the way he signals, the way he moves around, that also helps. But I'm a Man United fan.
Okay.
I like Lampard. I know he's a good, but I think he doesn't like push them. He doesn't push them. He doesn't like motivate them, like push them around the way you see Guardiola. Guardiola is one of the best managers in the world.
I agree.
You can see him moving around, going around the field, jumping, telling them what to do. He's always acting. But for Frank Lampard, you hardly see him doing that.
Yeah,
he doesn't know, and the fans, the fans are not there. The fans are not in the field. They are not there. So you need someone to like tell you have to do, push you around, which he doesn't do that. But for like what's he called, the new Chelsea manager, they said he's a low budget Mourinho, because even Mourinho, you can see the way he does his things. He runs around.
They all gesticulate a lot. But the thing is, it's also down to personality. So Lampard's personality he's not that person that is always going to be animated on the sideline.
You have to step up your personality. He's managing one of the best teams. in the world. Chelsea is a big club. So if you're managing that kind of, you should be ready. You should be able to step up your personality. You should be able to know what you're going to do to help your players.
Yeah, you should, but you also look at Ancelotti. Ancelotti is one of the most successful managers in all of football, but he's never animated on the sidelines. So it's just, I think for every single person, it's like what works for you. I think Lampard just got to that point where I think he lost the dressing room, and that's where his problems really started to snowball from. So no, I think would the new manager do good things for Chelsea? I agree he will.
You guys have similar personality with Frank Lampard. You guys are calm, and sometimes when you're calm, you're gentle. People tend to take advantage. Maybe the players, because he's not the outspoken person, so maybe they take advantage sometimes. They don't listen to him. They don't respect him.
Yeah,
so,
but then, but
it's also affect their performance in field.
Yeah, but it's also relative. So, like you just made an example now that Lampard and I think we have similar personalities. But then I could say for a fact that in my life, no one takes me for granted. So it's almost similar. So you could have like a calm personality, but then people still respect you as well.
Sure.
You know. So it's I think that's just how life works. So I think would Tuchel do well? Yes. Do I hope he does well? No, because I'm an Arsenal fan and I definitely don't want to see Chelsea. And I don't think you as a Man United fan wants to see Chelsea do well as well. So we should just hope that he tries, but he doesn't really improve them.
I'm a Man United fan, but I love my last daughter. I had her in UK in Chelsea, close to the the hospital is not even far from a stadium. So I have a
from Stamford Bridge
background with that. So yeah, so I also like Chelsea, and coupled with Nengi is a Chelsea fan, and I'm also a fan of Nengi too as well. So I should like Chelsea, but I feel like the new manager would do better because since he started, they've not lost any game.
Aisha, thank you for calling. If they leave both of us here, we're going to stay here till for like 2 weeks. Thank you for calling as well. And
this is the first time I'm talking to you. I'm so sorry. I know that.
No,
Can you give us a chance to talk?
No, that's fine. Aisha, can you also give me your full name as well? Your name is Aisha.
My name is Aisha Ali Abdullahi.
Aisha Ali Abdullahi. Aisha, thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right, so we're going to go on a commercial break and we'll be back on the Rewind Show with Ozo.
Brilliant FM on 88.9. The station with attitude.
Tuned into is 88.9 FM and a walk up to Rewind.
Sports Radio.
88.9 Brila FM.
We are the original home for sports. Sports database is updated constantly. That's kind of cool.
Welcome back to the Rewind Show. We also there's been like a whole lot of arguments going on around here with United fans trying to banter the Arsenal fans that they're not doing well. But I mean, like, how can you be trying to make fun of someone when you yourself you're not doing really great as well? I mean, like, does that really make any sense? It doesn't. So we're going to open the phone lines now, and so keep get your calls coming in. Hello. All right, so I think we lost that caller. So get your calls calling in and just keep telling us what your experience was when you had like a huge turnaround, whether someone significant walked into your life as well. Hello?
Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
I just want to, my name is Brown.
Your name is?
Brown.
Hello, Brown. You're on the Rewind Show. We also.
Okay. I just want to talk on the Chelsea matter.
Okay.
See, the new coach is doing very well. It's very well. But we don't have to crown it off for now because there's still enough time to play this game. We are still having about, let me say, 15 matches left, or if not mistaken. So let us give him time. All the games he has been playing, either a draw or 1-0 or 1-1 or 2-0. So let us still give him time, although he's trying his best. But as for Liverpool, I think it's fatigue. Those guys have tried almost 3 seasons. They have been performing exceedingly. So I don't think it's fatigue. If you watch their game, critically, you see that those guys are putting on their best performances.
Yeah,
so
so
that's just it. I believe
so
for
you
Liverpool,
think-
they are tired.
So you think it's down to Klopp's system of not always rotating his squad?
Yes, I believe so. He has been using these guys for the past 3 years. Okay, he used them when Man City won the league, the point different from Liverpool. They did very well. The next season, they won the champions, they won the league, won the champions, won the FIFA World Cup. The same set of players. The rotation has not been there. So those guys have tried a lot. I believe it's fatigue. But for Man City, I believe they have won the league already. There's nothing they can practice. They've won the league already. The gap is too much. Man City is not trying. Man U is not trying at all. We thought in the first place, we thought Man U would try to, to pursue them. But Man U, they are not consistent. They are not trying. But the league is gone already. Man City has won the league. For my own take. That's my own take.
No, I mean, I agree with you. I think City clearly are by far going to win the league. They're by far the best team. I know everyone could talk about the all the irregularities with the way the season has gone in terms of what COVID has cost. No fans in the stadium. And I think in a way, almost coming back to Liverpool, I think that's what they've suffered from as well. I mean, Liverpool, everyone knows what it means when you go to Anfield to play a football game. You know how crazy the crowd there could be, and how tense it could be if you're the opposing team. But then this year, the Liverpool players don't have that thing to feed off of. They don't have that crowd, that support of the fans in the stadium to propel them to win games. And also the opposing teams coming into Anfield do not have that fear factor of what it's going to be like playing with those fans in the stands. I think that's also taking away from it. But in all essence, you could also say every single person has been playing with the same disadvantages. So you can't say definitely that's why Liverpool haven't done well. But then City, I think everyone has to give them props. They've been by far the best team in the league, and they definitely deserve to win it for sure.
But I think in as much as the fans are not there, but these guys have really tried a lot. But come to think of it, they are converting two central midfielders to two defenders. It's terrible. Even Jurgen Klopp is not doing that well again. But you bought two defenders at the end of the window transfer, just at the deadline. And Ivan Kabak, you are not using him. It's better your midfield to block. Use those guys, block the midfield, and achieve what you want to achieve. So that is, I think he has solved everything. The club has failed everything this time around. He's not trying. I'm a Liverpool fan. He's not trying at all.
All right, Brown. Thank you.
So that's my own take for now, Sean.
All right, Brown. Thank you for calling in as well. Now, I mean, like personally, I definitely do have some sympathy for the Liverpool fans. In one way, you could say, why do you have sympathy for a football club that won the Champions League and then won by far the most dominant team in the league and won the league? I mean, they were almost about to go unbeaten before they had that bleep against Watford. But then you look at that team now, and what Brown said, he actually makes a whole lot of points, which is the fact that these are the same group of players, almost the 11, that have played for the past 3 seasons continuously. And in football, we know that a certain situation wear and tear comes into play, and then the players get injured as well. So I think that's something Liverpool have really, really suffered from. I know when they lost Van Dijk, people thought it was just going to be okay, they could always survive it, but then they've had more and more injuries, especially in the defensive areas. Hello?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, my name is Casey. I'm calling you from Abuja.
Hello, Casey. You're on the Rewind Show with us. How is the FCT?
The FCT is good today. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah. So, first of all, I would like to say happy birthday to the chairman of the Brila FM.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of his work. Understand? He has impacted so many lives. Here in Abuja, we've had the likes of Ferdinand, we've had the likes of Aaron Akerejolu, we've had the likes of Koboko Master. So many of them that have moved on and are doing great things, and it is as a result of the things that he has brought up to the platform, that as a result of the things he has put out, understand, which is the first radio sports radio stations in Africa.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really proud that he is able to do that and is actually changing lives in Nigeria.
Definitely.
Then, in respect to Chelsea, I really disagree with you because I'm not in a celebrative mood right now because, you know, everybody is shouting Chelsea is doing well, Chelsea is doing well. I disagree with them because if you look at the entire matches that Thomas has played, that has been played under Thomas, you find out that none of those wins that he has had has been very convincing.
Well, you don't think yesterday was convincing enough?
No, it wasn't convincing enough. It's just a one-goal win. Understand? I've seen Chelsea play good football. I don't think the team is. I really don't think it's convincing enough. I think he needs time. Understand? So people shouldn't start throwing praises to him yet. They should cool down for a minute. You understand? That was the same thing they did with Lampard. Before you knew it, the criticism started throwing in. Understand? You know, Lampard played few matches. Everybody was saying Lampard is good. That one. You know, so they should give him time. Then for Liverpool, I really don't think it's fatigue. Understand? I disagree with that caller that said Liverpool is doing poorly because of fatigue. Because these guys are professional. This is what they love doing. Understand? They enjoy doing it. I don't think it's fatigue. I think it is because the key players of that team are down with injury. You get?
I agree.
The people that the team was built around, understand, they are down with injury. You look through from the defense to the midfield to the attack, understand? I think those players that are missing in those three places are the ones that are making Liverpool perform poorly, understand? So the manager has always rotated the team. It's not as if he's always playing the same midfield or the same attacking forward all the time. Understand? He rotates. He has so many options that he has been playing with.
I mean, he doesn't rotate. He, like, for the last 3 years, he hasn't really rotated the team a whole lot. He's one of the managers that he's known for not rotating the team so much. But I definitely get your point. What you're saying is Liverpool's problems have been down to the injuries that they've had, like, to key players. And I definitely agree. Exactly. I definitely agree with your point too about Chelsea. No, thank you you for calling today as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Man City, I think it is the league. It's their league to lose, actually.
No, it is.
So if they don't win the league, it is.
No, 100% it is. It definitely is. Yes, and I think they'll definitely win, and they do deserve it. They'll be deserved winners for sure. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we're going to go on a quick break, and when we'll be back, we're going to hear one of the famous quotes from Tiger Woods. We all know he's had like an accident yesterday. We're going to hear one very motivational quote from him as well.
Brilliant FM on 88.9, the station with attitude.
This is the champion section, and anything less than that get a hasty rejection. I point you in the direction where you can drink to the next one. I make my entrance.
Pepsi, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Pepsi, for the love of it.
Brilliant FM on 88.9, the station with attitude.
We won. It's awesome.
Alright, so I've just been told that my time is up, so I have to round up quick before they kick me out of the building. I know today is Chairman's birthday, but then I still have to keep to time. So I'm just going to say Tiger Woods has always said that winning is not always the barometer for getting better. So for someone who has won a whole lot in his life, to give you a quote like this simply means the fact that you're winning in life doesn't mean that you're a better person. So you always have to keep striving to improve yourself every single second. Thank you for being on the Rewind Show with Ozo, and I'll see you next week.